This video is a review of Personal Banking, Chapter 4. In this chapter, you're going to look at the different types of banks and figure out which one is right for you. You'll find out the importance of choosing the right bank. Retail banks are one you'll look at, credit unions, and online banks primarily. And then you'll look at a few other different types of banks. There are important differences in banks and banking services, so it's to your advantage to find the type that best satisfies your personal banking needs. It's very important today in fraud and identity theft that you do look at those kinds of things and what kind of services they have to protect you from those. So that should be one of the primary factors that you consider in looking for a bank. Technology has changed the way we do many things in our lives, including how we bank, ATM machines, debit cards, electronic banking, telephone banking, depositing your checks with your phone. Those are some of the things that are more current that technology has driven us to do with banks. Retail banks cater primarily to individuals. They usually are a building, what we call a brick and mortar. They may have an online presence, most of them do today, or they could be online only. Types of accounts in retail banks, checking accounts. You want to be sure that you get the right combination of convenience, costs, and services. You definitely want to see what kind of balance you have to have in your account in order not to pay a service charge. You should comparison shop banks. You want to protect against unexpected costs by monitoring communications from your bank. You want to lock into alternatives to high-cost overdraft programs. And you want to minimize your fees at the ATM. Many banks, if you don't use their ATM, will charge you a fee, and you need to be aware of that. They also have savings accounts in traditional or retail banks, traditional savings accounts, CDs, and money market accounts. Online banking can protect yourself against theft and errors. Frequently check your deposit accounts and lines of credit to spot and report errors. This is definitely an advantage of online banking because you can check almost on a daily basis to see if there have been errors in your checking account. You don't want to give out confidential information in response to any email, text, or phone call. Don't open attachments or click on links in unsolicited emails. Watch out for pop-up windows asking for personal information, and use a good mix of security tools and procedures when you're doing online banking. And of course, as you'll learn, and as you probably already know, never use an open Wi-Fi to check your bank account. Be aware of check scams for online banking. When shopping online, deal with reputable merchants. Use a credit card generally offers more purchase protection than a debit card, so you want to consider that. Be on guard against scams that deal with online coupons, so you want to be careful with the online coupons. Mobile banking. When you're doing mobile banking by smartphone, ask your bank if it offers the service and if there's a cost. Take security precautions. Like I said, don't log in to an open Wi-Fi. Before you sign up for any mobile banking service, make sure you understand what's at risk if something goes wrong. You should be aware of who's going to be responsible. Will the bank be responsible, or will you be responsible? And certainly, if you get a call or an email from your bank that says that there's been some fraud, you need to call them immediately. Credit unions are member-owned, not-for-profit, federally insured financial institutions. They are accessible to most Americans. They have a personal service. They are not-for-profit focus. community spirit, fewer fees, expanded services, shared income, and insured deposits. So there are some advantages to credit unions in that they are group owned, and many times they have, like for teachers or federal employees, but there's some sort of group that is owned by that owns the credit union. So you should not discount those. You should review those when you're looking for a bank. The advantages to online banking is that it's anytime banking. They do offer higher interest rates. They may not be as full service. Customer service can be poor, which I have not found to be the case, but I guess it could be. Check clearing and deposits may take longer, and there's always the potential of technical difficulties. Some of the other types of banks are commercial banks, investment banks, and savings and loan institutions. You probably will not consider those as often, especially right now, for your personal banking. And that's the end of this chapter. So the important thing in this chapter is to learn about banks and what they have to offer, and realize that you need to shop for a bank and get the best for your money. End of video.